my darlings. I am wearing clothes. I just want to make that right. Back with a vengeance, I think they call it, but it's not vengeance. I'm not sure what it is. So solstice. Sweating out. Solstice. I didn't have a happy solstice. I think there's quite an emphasis on happy solstice. Happy solstice doesn't necessarily mean you have to be fucking happy. But I cleared out a lot of stuff, and I felt a shift the next day. So I don't know if anyone else felt that. You know, we don't have to be in a high vibe if we're not feeling it. Anyway, so I had a 45-minute conversation with the dragonfly the other day. Just sat there connecting. It was so beautiful. And he was very prominent in the fact that he had this tiny little blue spot on the end of his tail, and then the other two that were floating around were all blue. And I was sat there today, and it literally came up just to let me know that, like, well, when I left where I was, it was sitting in the tree like it was going to say goodbye. It was saying goodbye. And then today, it came and visited me at home. So I went back down there earlier, and he wasn't there. It's probably a bit late. They've probably gone to bed. As I was walking back up the path, a snake came out from one bush and went into the other. Not like your slow worms, an actual snake, maybe a water snake, but a snake. Now, I wasn't scared. I just let it, you know me. Well, that's a bit random. Maybe I should do a card reading for the collective. So let's see what's going on. So I've done my cards and they were all pretty positive. There could be this last shedding of the snake, or encounters with people that haven't moved on from that year. Okay, so we are going to protection of the highest level. Message for the collective, for the highest timeline, gateways, portals, what's the feels. I definitely felt a shift after the solstice, not on it. So yeah, let's see, I'm using Ella Guru, Major Arcana, and then I'll pull some more to get some backing. Back up. Yeah, collective energy at the minute. What's the message? We'll use the fairies. We'll get a Major Arcana from Ella Guru. And see what's going on in the collective. What advice there is, what opportunities for our highest timeline. The chariot and the wheel of fortune at the bottom. The wheel turns, but the chariot asks us to actually make a decision moving forward. This is integrating our shadow and transmuting it, turning it into something positive. So it would be like grieving, but turning it into something positive and moving forward in the world with it. So I'm going to have a look at her. I just so there's a ship in the background. So there's a ship coming in. Your ship is coming in. She is absolutely on fire, dressed in pink. She's out for the nines. She's got a mask on. Now, masks can represent, you know, covering up, but she may have had to have put this mask on in order to move forward. Sometimes, like, the masks that we wear can get us from one spot to another, if you like. And it's not that it's fake, it's just, you know, just say for instance you had to go for a job interview, and you need to dress a certain way, be a certain way. This is like she's in her element wearing this mask. It's almost part of her makeup, is what I want to say. But she's got wings. Now this is very relevant in the fire horse, because I always think of the Pentecost, like with the wings. So this is literally, she's about to take off. And I see that fire is actually on fire. So normally, she's on a bike as well. So there's movement, positive movement forward. Now she's got a sword in her hand. So she's obviously cut some ties. She's obviously made detachments from either parts of herself or people, places, but she's made a decision to move forward. And like I say, it's like dress up time, you know, going for something. So we're going to get some more on that. But this, the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom, is things are about to turn, or things have turned in your favour. Now there's the Joker card there. I mean, she's all up in her get up. She's got her, there's a skull, again, skulls representing death. Is that a dog upside down on the wheel? There's a rabbit up there as well, new birth. Looks like a couple of twins, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, the Wheel of Fortune is about to turn. There's a broken glass on the floor as well. So something may have, like I say, with this chariot, when we move in a new direction, it's normally because our cups have spilt out, or we've poured out, or, you know, we've had enough. It's just gone dark on me. So the chariot. We are going to get a oracle fairy to go with that. Why has it gone dark? Shouldn't have. So the chariot, positive movement forward after, and like I say, it's almost like she's transmuted. Now there's a number, what number is that? It's number 2. Number 2. She's transmuted shadow normally with the chariot. It's like combining the shadow with you know, the light. But that horse is on fire, and that is really prevalent in the fire horse. The horses are coming. I keep singing that. I'll probably be singing that all year. But I just want to have a, was that the sign of, is it an actual, it's not Pisces. What is it? God, I must study up on my Roman numerals. Yeah, no, I'm not sure what it is. Anyway, she's on a bike, but there's a ship in the background. Ships come in. Also, as well, really drawn to the fact that there's a cart behind her that's loaded up. Loaded up. They've darkened me. Why have they made me dark? That's a bit naughty. No. I'm sorry, I'm just going to sort out the lighting because I don't think I can. Is that it? Anyway, chariot, moving forward, alchemizing, and then fire horse, let's go. She is, the energy, I can feel the energy off of her. She's just like, yes, I'm out of here. I'm leaving all that shit behind. And that's what that song is. It's like you can't take it with you. there's a whole cartload of boxed up stuff behind her down the hill, and her ship's coming in. Precious time and pure intention. I love this woman. So the Fairy of Time wants you to experience every moment fully and make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. So it's literally, we only have this moment. Because, I mean, I could have stood on the snake. I could have stood on the snake. It could have bit me. You know, like, it walked out in front of me. I don't even know what kind of snake it was. But it could have, like, just as an example, you have to live in the moment. Because that is all we have. This is getting on my nerves, mate. I've got issues. What's going on? Oh. Right. So if you darken my video, let it stand. And sometimes it's just the little challenges that we're being sort of, you know, get it out there. How are you going to react to that? I'm going to carry on with my precious time. She's literally sitting there in all her glory. Time is precious. Don't be wasting other people's time. And pure intention, the Fairy of Manifestation will help you to use your wishes wisely. Manifest your heart's desire with pure intention for the highest good of all. So there she is, and she's making a wish. And I think it's really important. I mean, we can manifest stuff for ourselves, but it is like, is it for your highest good? And who's it benefiting, you know? That's bottom of the deck, and that's green, but precious time is in brown. And again, this does feel like maybe there is a timing on this chariot. Time to go, time to move, time to transcend. Let's get one from Whispers of Healing. Whispers of Healing. Give me a card with precious time and chariot. Oh, blimey, that was really quick. Respect. Now, these two are not like, they look like they demand it. Now, this is not just respect for self, this is respect, not just respect from other people, but respect for yourself. She is crowned. She is illuminated. Now, there's three what look like wands behind her. So the Three of Wands is this ship coming in. But you've got to be in the right place at the right time, in alignment. Like maybe the snake, you know, crossing my path was for me to slow down, to stand still, to, you know, you've got to be in the right frequency as well. And this is what she's crowned, and she's glowing. She knows her worth, and she doesn't accept anything but respect. So she has the highest level of respect for herself, and that way, you know, and again, this could be something that we're being called to bring in. It's purple, so it's peace of mind as well. And at the bottom we've got nurture, which is, there's a new moon, but she is curled up like a mermaid, and she's nurturing herself. She's pouring out into the water, and it's self-care, self-love, self-nurture. But this is demanding respect because of integrating these horses, which is the shadow and the light, and moving forward with intent. But there could be something around time or the timing of. Right, give me something more on this chariot. Ooh. So Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is a feeling of being trapped or stuck. Now it can be a mindset because swords are in the mind. So the Eight of Swords is the limiting beliefs of I can't do this, I can't do that. But it's a self-limiting belief, or it's something that we've had programmed into us that leaves us feeling like we're bound up, like we're stuck. So the Chariot is literally the opposite of that. With the priest at the bottom, it could have been, or there is the opportunity to get away from the restrictions and possibly some burdens. Imagine if all of this is limiting beliefs, maybe from school, from childhood, from self-talk, and that's where she is now. I'm off. I'm on display. I'm going for it, and not only am I going for it, but I'm on fire. Out of this Eight of Swords, limiting belief, making pure intentions that, you know, we are limitless. And the world, so that's interesting. The world again is the completion of and being crowned. So there was a lesson here, a lesson possibly around limiting beliefs, because we only have a limited time here, precious time. Self-respect, respect for others. I mean, these two just look like the complete opposites of each other, don't they? One is tied up, bound up, you know, all in her head. The other one is like, actually, I've got enough respect to know what I'm worth, and also break these limiting beliefs or things that I've been told. And that is alchemizing into the fire horse, the white horse, making a decision and going for it. That will complete a cycle. The cycle is complete. Any more? Chariot, respect, precious time. So we've got the Knight of Wands. Now the Knight of Wands can be news coming in, but it's slow, steady progress forward in the Divine Masculine. So you could receive news, but he does what he says on the tins. This is beginnings of a new journey in the 3D, in the material. So you could get an offer coming in. And we've got judgment. Judgment call, the wake-up call. Again, it's the death and rebirth. I guess with the solstice, it's like new beginnings, rebirth. And there was a real strong, you know, energy like the day after, that it felt like a brand new day, a brand new world. And that is the wake-up. There's a wake-up call. This judgment of death, rebirth, and the trumpets blowing. And that could be like, yeah, I heard the calling, I've done the integration, I'm getting on my chariot, and I'm off, mate. I'm off. I'm leaving that ship behind. And that's a small ship, heading towards a bigger one, possibly, with the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom. So, Two of Swords, going back and forth on a decision in the head. They can't decide what to do about this rose. They can't decide whether they're going to give it some more water, whether they're going to chuck it in the bin, whether it's worth their time, precious time or energy. If you're going back and forth on something that you're not sure of, the chances are it's not right. I always, over the years, being a bloody fish, indecisiveness. Indecisiveness normally means no. If you've got to go back and forth on it, it's like, no, that's not, whatever it is, especially if it's taking up precious time in your mind. And the chariot would be like, yes, I've made the decision to move forward. There's the sword. This is, I am taking up the sword in my mind. I've turned into a knight, and I am moving forward in my chosen direction, whatever that may be. There's no back and forth with the Knight of Swords. This is like, we're going. This is, she's got the sword in her hand. We're not fucking around, we're off. Now this one has pierced through the rose. So piercing through any illusion or delusion. I know where I'm going, what I'm doing, and have mastery of something. This back and forth, not being able to make a decision. I mean, and the respect card is literally, if there isn't any respect, it's not, you're not meant to be there. That is that. Okay, anything else? The Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands is like competition, but it's winning at all costs. No, that's the Five of Swords, sorry. The Five of Wands is they're having a little debate, and it is that energy of I'm right, you're wrong, what's in the egg, guess. It's fucking time wasting, to be honest with you. Five of Wands energy normally comes from ego. It normally comes from the need to want to be right. And they could spend days sitting there. This is my egg, no it's not, you're right, I'm wrong. Waste of time. Not only yours, but other people's. And it's wasting time in the headspace, Five of Wands. It's battle mode. And it's like, why bother? There's not really much point. The only way they're going to find out is when it hatches, and that could take 9 months. What a waste of time. So the decision was made, the back and forth was made. I'm breaking free from the restrictions of mentally, possibly saying no, and then the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom is I am happy and content on my own. I don't, I'm not codependent, I have enough money, I'm secure. She's sleeping and all the animals are so comfortable around her that they've curled up with her. She is not in an energy of lack. She is completely and utterly happy. You know, maybe she, after finding this respect and realising that, you know, time is precious. I'm going to get the Druid cards out, see if we can get something else on this. But get into nature, release, get in the flow. It feels like the water's coming out of her head and into the stream. So it's like releasing all those thoughts and moving into the heart space, because it's green. Let go of the thoughts of, you know, these, and normally it is the ego that kicks off when we're just about to timeline jump, when we've completed a cycle, when we're going to move into something new, when another, you know, a ship is coming in, or we've made the decision to take on something. I'm taking on this soul mission or new way of being, new way of thinking. I'm not umming and ahhing about it anymore. Give me something else. Ace of Cups and Queen of Swords. So the Ace of Cups is I choose my cup first. I fill my own cup. It's falling in love. But it's falling in love with anything. It's that heart activation of this is beautiful. Life is beautiful, you know, and having enough in your cup so that it's overpouring, so that you can give out to other people. It's not dry. It could be finding a new creative outlet. It could be, you know, literally just having a heart activation and filling one's own cup first. The Queen of Swords, she looks like the lady on the chariot. So the Queen of Swords is like the boundary queen. I know exactly where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. I've got really strong boundaries. I demand respect. See that they're both in purple. I demand respect because I've spent a lot of time doing the work, and I'm turning my back on anything that isn't in alignment, and that includes limiting beliefs, all people that want to keep you in this stuck position because it's swords, because we have only we've got precious time on the table. And yeah, so Queen of Swords and the Magician, manifesting energy, number one, new beginnings. We are, and this week apparently is Merlin. The planets are all lined up for Merlin. I don't know, I'm not an astrologer, but something I picked up on, that it's Magician energy week. So yeah, strong boundaries. This is my cup. I fill it up. I don't look outside of myself. This is the Holy Grail. This is the thing that everyone, you know, goes off on journeys to find. When it's inside us, it's in here already. We have our own. One's the new moon, and it's overflowing, but it is falling in love. So you could fall in love with anything, with yourself. Fell out on the Queen of Swords. Princess of Pentacles. So she's just acquired a new pentacle. The beginning stages of, she's looking at it. It could be a skill set. It could be something that is just dropped in her lap from the universe, like a little gift. Well done for getting on your chariot and, you know, leaving all that baggage behind, and you know, not wasting your time, having self-respect. So we've got the Knight and the Princess of Pentacles. So that's like real solid foundation in the root chakra, in the divine masculine and feminine. So to be able to, you know, come up with something through this lesson, this judgment call, this rebirth that you can use in the world, manifested it, and then take it out into the world. There could be some learning there as well. Six of Wands at the bottom is the card of victory. So it's like, this is what she's doing. She's victorious. They're very similar. It's like, this is that I'm on parade. I've you know, from the Five of Wands, which is battle, and again we see the Five of Wands going on in the collective, and if you can like understand, understand, or whatever you want to call it, that it is a distraction to get us away from our highest potential of being the magician and manifesting whatever we want the fuck out of here, which is like, if enough of us do it, you know, well, I think it's already done, but this is just a little call out to I'm on mission, I'm focused, I know which way. All of them are like facing in a direction. They know where they're going, and it's time to shine. It's time to be recognised for that. It's time to, yeah, like I say, walk away from Five of Wands, the petty division, the arguments, for what's sake, for fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean? We only have limited amount of time. Why waste it? And you will feel when your energy is being wasted, or you are wasting your energy. And it's really hard not to wanna get involved. But Six of Wands is moving away from that triumphantly. Right, I'm going to go to the Fairy Oracle, and I know there was a bit of mishap at the beginning. I also don't know why it suddenly went dark, 'cause that shouldn't have happened. Right, what would the Fairy Oracle like to participate in this chariot? And that's healing work. That's healing work that's gone on. Facing the shadow and alchemizing it into something positive to take out and move forward in the world. And it looks like with the Six of Wands, you know, people are seeing it. It's on display. She's on display. The Ra. And the Pipers, 24, which breaks down to a 6 as well. I'm going to get him out. He's playing the pipe. He's playing the pipe. Let's have a look at him. Music, order, harmony, seduction and empathy. To get what you want, the Piper recommends that you try polite requests and gentle, patient persuasion, and then wait, quietly welcoming for it to come to you. Seek harmony and tranquility in yourself and in the world around you. Use tenderness and gentleness. This card speaks of a time of harmony, creativity and increasing order. It tells of communications without words, the music of empathy and the awareness of feelings and concerns of others. This is a time to pay attention to this subtlety of others' expressions of feelings and ideas. Look past the surface and listen as you would a bewildering melody on the very edge of hearing. He also plays melodies in our dreams which may be filled with meaning and importance, and then he leaves it up to us to understand what they mean. This may also be a good time to be aware that others may be listening to us with sensitivity and clarity, so much so that they may hear what we are truly saying more clearly than we do ourselves. This card may also signify musical talent or an ability, or it may be suggesting that the use of music in some way might be important at the present time. So that's good. I mean, I like Magic FM. I love Magic FM. If I feel like there's anything that I need to release, Magic FM, and then just let it play its own tunes. And if stuff comes up, it comes up. Sing it out. Sing it loud. Sing it loud. Wild energy and pure potential. A Ra in your card encourages you to be specially attentive to what you're doing with your energy and intentions. Don't get carried away by the bouncy enthusiasm, but do take advantage of the energy. You could accomplish a great deal with the energy being made available. This is a good time. Note that the Ra is not grounded, and it is not meant to be, but humans need to keep their feet firmly on the earth. When you encounter the Ra, breathe slowly, center, earth yourself, and be clear about your objectives, and then go for it. Go for it. The topsy-turvies, that's about people making a mess without realising that they're making a mess. Because people do get involved and without realising, and then leave all that baggage around. Right. One from the earth magic. I hope this made sense. So you may need to get into your Queen of Swords in order to get on this chariot, but there is some internal work that is being done. Feels like it's the right time, precious time, you know. There's no point in spending your precious time in division, new moon at the bottom, when volatility and strength. So we've got mountain, strength, volatility, volcano, and then the new moon, promise. So this is either leading up to the new moon or it's the new moon that we had. We've got a new moon, we've got a full moon coming. So you may have made a promise to yourself on the new moon. Love underneath it with compassion, but let's have a look at this mountain. River deep, mountain high, yeah, yeah, yeah. If I lost you, would I cry? Oh, love you, baby. Love you, baby, baby. It makes no sense to deny the strength you have at the cost of allowing yourself to be reactive and subject to external influences far beyond what is healthy for you. Imagine yourself as a mountain of strength, solidly grounded in the earth, your head held high as if you were touching the sky. Do so without straining, just as the mountain itself does not strain. The current situation calls for you to be vigilant, but not to the point of fear or paranoia, but that rock of strength that you are capable of becoming. The solidness of the resolve will be clearly communicated when you model yourself after the towering immensity of a mountain, impenetrable, inscrutable, standing steady like a rock is what is called for at this time. Because there's a lot of around, volcanic eruptions, and that's that Five of Wands energy and precious time, where energy flows, that kind of thing. This is particularly volatile time for you. Unexpected changes, sometimes quite sudden and dramatic, are occurring in ways that you have absolutely no control over. These occurrences may be so powerful as to shake up what you formerly thought of as the foundation of your security. They may even cause you to reassess the direction your life is taking, to question some of your relationships and to re-evaluate the work you have chosen. Although these events may rock your world, know that Spirit is guiding the force behind them. It is a matter of finding your trust that life knows what it is doing in the midst of these storms of change. It also requires you to make adjustments quickly and to not cling to what was, but instead move forward and welcome with welcome arms wide open what is yet to come. all from a place of being present in this moment. You truly have nothing to fear. I love you lots.